Hello, and welcome to the Tavern Chat Podcast. I am your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog, Discord server, Mimi group, Facebook group, and Twittering and Instagram, right? Yeah. Today is a Friday, so it's going to be Gamer's Health. However, before I jump into that, just want to let you know that for the month of June, the Tavern Chat Podcast averaged 430 downloads a day.
Nice.
I'm very happy, very impressed. I am flabbergasted. So, I think at this point the Tavern Chat Podcast has enough reach to be a viable option if there are people who want to sponsor. We reach enough people that it actually becomes worth your while. So if you'd like to sponsor an episode or a week of episodes, email me at tencars.tavern@gmail.com and just put Tavern Chat or sponsorship in the subject, and we'll figure it out. It's like PBS, right? It's like, if you like the show, you can sponsor an episode. Why not? So we're going to talk about gamer's health and or how you can be a bit healthier. I'm the primary gamer, but Rach also games. Again,
Secondary gamer.
She's a secondary gamer, periphery gamer.
There you go, the peripheral gamer.
But I had a big scare earlier this year. Not just the pneumonia, not just the sepsis, but congestive heart failure, 4 stents, and I've switched a lot of things around. I've mentioned before, I do a lot of my own, I do mostly my own cooking now. But we have learned there are certain things we can kind of skirt around. I think I mentioned it last week that Subway, their chicken cutlet sandwich, it's lower in sodium than their processed meats. You get a 12-inch, and then you have 6 inches for one meal and 6 inches the next day for another. You're getting, in our case, you're getting 2 meals for 2 people for 2 days. You're getting 2 meals over the course of 2 days for 2 people, and it cost us like $18 and change. We didn't get that 2 for $10 deal, that $5 footlong deal. I guess it doesn't apply.
I don't know they do it in the city.
Yeah, their profit margin's a little bit smaller. Yeah. So, now what I did yesterday, I've mentioned before, I used a stationary bike or indoor exercise bike. 2 reasons. A couple of reasons. It's fucking hot out there, and I don't handle the heat very well. Didn't handle it well before all this. I handle it less well now. It's like a slight breathing issue. However, yesterday I did 25 minutes in a shot on the exercise bike. That's huge for me. Because normally I do like 2 15-minute deals with it. I did 25 in one shot.
And you closed your circle. You closed your exercise.
I closed my circle the day before.
Oh, okay.
I actually closed my circle on my Apple Watch. Here, if you have an Apple Watch, this is something that I have now learned. If you want the Apple Watch to actually record your physical exercising, to actually understand that you're exercising, you have to go into the app. Because it has to monitor your heart rate, your pulse. Now, it does that anyway in the background every couple of minutes, but when you're actually exercising and you have your app open, whether you're running,
right,
biking,
walking,
yoga, we'll get to that in a little, yoga ink. We'll get to that in a little bit. Mm-hmm. It actually does your heart rate constantly, and when you reach a certain point, it then tracks it as actual exercise, which is pretty cool. So, what we did cheat this week, Burger King, the app by us, you could get 3 Whoppers, 3 cheeseburgers, and 3 small fries for $13. And I looked it up, and I think the Whoppers were like half my daily sodium. They counted for like just short of like 800, but that's okay if you're controlling your sodium at breakfast and at dinner. Then you can actually have a Whopper. We were sharing a small fries So we actually got 3 meals for 2 people for $13 plus delivery fee. So I came like 17. Again, listen. You can actually find ways to eat within your restrictive diets and still eat out, treat yourself. Wouldn't do it every day.
No.
But it's a nice way to change it up a bit. And I'll be honest with you.
We might not crave it again for a very long time.
Right.
You know, like we had it 3 days. Who knows? Maybe it's out of our system, or maybe it's something that we'll do once a month or something like that.
Right. I've been doing most of our breakfasts. I chop it up once in a while. I'll make oatmeal and a mini bagel. But we've been doing omelets for breakfast. I mentioned this before. I use the frozen, prepared pepper and onions. Put a little olive oil in the pan. Put the frozen pepper and onions in the pan. Small handful. Let that heat up as I'm mixing up 1 egg with a serving of egg beaters. Mrs. Dash into the mixed up scrambled egg. Once my vegetables are no longer frozen, once they start to fry up a little bit, pour the eggs in. So now I've got this basically a 2-egg omelet. And now I break that omelet in half because in another pan I've been doing soft corn tortillas. And these are nice. You heat them up a little bit. They're low in calories. Breakfast tacos. The sodium is not bad, and they harden up a little bit once you take them off the heat. So it's actually a pretty neat, low mess way to have your breakfast, and it's a treat.
Yeah.
But beside the eggs, I put like 1 slim cut Sorrento cheddar cheese slice, ultra thin. I take half. Each egg gets half of 1 slice. So it's low sodium, low carbs, and then a little salsa. I try to find salsa that's fairly low in sodium. Now, enough about me. So, Rach has gone back doing something that she hasn't done in a while, partly because of COVID.
Yeah.
So, Rach, talk.
So I started to go back to doing my yoga. Also, like, the COVID thing, was upsetting too, because I've always enjoyed, yoga in a studio and having it be a very interactive thing. Some of the teachers will put hands on to, guide your body so that you can realize a pose that you might not be able to do fully on your own. But then, we haven't been able to go to studios anymore, so, you get into funks, and so, over the past week or so, I've started to go back to doing yoga on, using the Peloton app, and, it's been great. I've been doing, starting simple, half an hour, 45-minute, flows. Flows are like vinyasa flow, like, it's something that brings warmth into your body. It gets your heart rate up, and it can burn calories. So, and not to mention, it helps with your physical stability, like your balance and your strength. So that's what I've been doing, and been very happy with it. I've also been I didn't really stop doing meditation. Meditation has been something that's always been there for me, but I'm checking out some of the other meditations on the Peloton app, and they're pretty good. I really like that. So, who knows? Maybe next week we'll try one of the cardio things. If I'm not too worried about having an obese person doing jumping jacks in our living room. We'll have to see what hour that we can do that.
Now,
not too early, not too late.
Now, because you've probably seen Peloton with the commercials with their bike, but they do have a standalone app. It's not that expensive. I want to say $18, but actually it might be less. Per month, gives you access to that. Gives you access to the cycle riding, so you can actually have it like playing on your TV. Now, here's something that as Rich was talking, I just remembered reading this. I had to verify it by looking it up on my cell phone. Mm-hmm. Peloton, we've been using either on our iPads or we have been
Apple TV.
Apple TV using your iPad or your phone to play it through the Apple TV. Well, 2 days ago, I believe, they came out with a Roku app.
Oh.
So if you have Roku at home, you can start doing the Peloton. Now, again, if you have a stationary bike and you put Peloton up on a 50-inch TV, and I've done it, it's a pretty good experience. You do...
Right, because you see the scenery going by.
You know, you want to go to an Italian city, yeah it's pretty good. I hate to say it, I'd have to move this bike to a different spot in the room, and I'm a lazy fucker, so I just, like, play YouTube videos and listen to crazy talk. But, or, I find that, for me, if you get me talking, get me into a conversation, I totally lose track of time. And that's how I did the 25 minutes yesterday. My mother came in to ask me a question, and then all of a sudden it was 25 minutes because I wasn't thinking about doing a bike. Go figure. So folks, again, as gamers, there's a good chance, take a look at yourself or take a look at your friends, and I can guarantee somebody in your group has health issues. Issues that you could probably address at some point. Okay? My congestive heart failure doc, I'm not a lightweight. If you see me at conventions, you know I'm not a small person. I don't have a small frame. Okay? At 5'9", probably weighing anywhere from 240 to 250 at a convention, I could definitely sit to lose weight. Okay? And my congestive heart failure doctor, last time I was in his office, I'm down now to about 215. And I saw him, I guess it was like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I was around, 218, 219. But I was still like 18 pounds less than I was when I got discharged from the hospital. And he joked that he didn't recognize me. He goes, he goes, I have patients that are obese and need to lose weight. And he goes, and they ask me, Doc, what do you have so I can lose weight? And he's like, well, I got exercise and willpower. No, I can't because I have
glandular issues.
Thank you. I got glandular issues.
Thyroid.
And I can't lose weight. And he's like, the percentage of the population that really has glandular issues that prevents them from losing weight is extremely small. And even they will benefit from exercise and proper eating habits. So having other health issues are not an excuse not to be healthy. I'm not saying you have to be healthy.
Well, you do what you can do.
Right. And, maybe you don't need to pig out in that bag of cheese doodles. Maybe you don't need to sit down while you're watching a football game and down a six-pack. Assuming there's a football game coming up this fall. Maybe as opposed to seeing it as a diet, you step back and you say, how can I eat or drink what I like to eat and drink? But how can I do it in moderation? How can I do it more safely and more controlled? Because you know what? There's very few things that I miss because I have found good substitutes. Tonight, before we did this podcast, okay, I came and I gave Rach 2 nice-sized chocolate chip cookies. Soft cookies. Chocolate chip. These are large ones. The size that if you were buying them in like your local corner store or deli, they're probably about $2 a pack. Okay? And Rach, are they good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And now, these are called, and I don't get any confirmation from this shit. They're not cheap. Fat Snacks. Fat Snacks. Each cookie has 2 net carbs. There is no sugar in these cookies. They are quite delicious. And, You can treat yourself. Little things like that means I don't have to like go out and buy a bunch of Oreos or Chip Ahoy and say, all right, well, I'll just have 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? No, I have a cookie or two here, and then I'm like, I'm good for days.
Yes.
You know.
We don't do it every night.
No. So just
like the ice creams, you know.
Oh, we thought we were gonna be like all over.
We thought we were
us.
gonna be eating ice cream like all the time, but
every night we're gonna have ice cream.
Yeah.
And I think it's like once a week now. We had like that's from Daily Harvest.
We still have 4 that are left downstairs in the freezer because
3 up
you
there.
know some nights we'll just have fruit for dessert. So you know it's just those changing up those little things, like little habits that we have, you know, and then like with exercise, you know, very small intervals of time so that you can start to even just get that going and notice how it feels, you know. It's like, you know, when you start to do things, it gets easier and you have more motivation to continue and build on it. So.
Well, isn't it one of the old Christmas cartoons, just put one foot in front of the other?
Oh, yeah.
And soon you'd be walking right out the door. You got to start. Okay? And only you know what level... Here's the other thing. If you are going to do something where you're going to try to improve your health, I don't know if you know any smokers, but going cold turkey is, generally speaking, a really... It's like kicking any habit.
Yeah.
And probably not the best way to go about, like... If you abuse food, saying, all right, well, I'm going to cut out all the bad stuff, and well, I had to do that, but I was kind of weaned off for 2 weeks in the hospital.
Yes.
But if you're going to just stop, I would say cut back, but don't obliterate. You know, you have to wean yourself off it. You got to be gradual. You know,
or there's medicinal support too for smoking, patches, gums, also.
And there is for
other medications that can help somebody with that and get from a place where they're smoking to a place where they're not smoking.
And if you're looking for support or want to talk to other geeks and nerds and gamers, if you go to 10 Cars Tavern's Discord server, there's a chat room that we call God, now I'm having a senior moment. Nerd Nutrition. There we go. And we talk about working out or recipes or food, and take a support group. And I think if doing stuff by yourself is hard. Rach and I are lucky we have each other.
Yes.
And we're doing this together. Doing it on your own is rough. So if you can do it with somebody, 2 thumbs up. Folks, we're still in the midst of COVID. Some areas in the country are swinging back up. 6 feet, social distance, cover your face, mask with a cloth, whatever the case may be. Wash your hands 20 seconds, soap and water, Skell gel. Disinfect surfaces when you don't be crazy about it, but keeping a clean household, I'm sure, helps. Be smart. Use your common sense. And as always, be safe, be well, God bless.
And take care.
Take care. Roll those dice. Roll them well. And God willing, I will talk with you all tomorrow. Be healthy.
Bye.